All right, guys. So if you're thinking about living in Costa Rica, you know what a lot of you are thinking about? The economy, stupid. And we're going to get into all that in a minute. Hey guys, I'm Michael. I'm for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. TravelCostaRicaNow.com is a travel agency, so go to TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Fill out the 4-minute form. You'll be that much closer to the vacation of a lifetime like you. Having best friends who live in Costa Rica, who know Costa Rica, totally hooking up your Costa Rica vacation. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you did. YouTube doesn't care. If you want to see the videos as we put them up, you got to hit the notification bell to beat out those YouTube algorithms that don't show my sloth video. Damn. All right. So I made a pothole video. Did you see it? It was the last one I put up. And I got a lot of good comments and I learned a lot of things from you. Thank you very much for your comments. I love your guys' feedback and everything. But I got an email. Actually more than one, but one particular one stuck out. A guy named Rick asking about the economy. He was thinking about Costa Rica was on his radar to live, but he was worried about where the economy was going in Costa Rica, and he asked me if I knew anything about it, and if I didn't, maybe I could get an expert on it to talk about it. I think it's easier than that, and actually I do know quite a bit about the economy here. I've lived here for 17 years. So first of all, let's settle one thing, and I didn't know this, but because you guys told me. Oh, before I forget, sorry about, I know the sound doesn't sound so good. I'm not using my mics aren't here, but I wanted to put up this video, so bear with me on the not having my good mics with me. So concerning the pothole video, a couple of you responded in the comments that Costa Rica is going to borrow some money. Wow, that's nothing new. 750 million was it? 750 million to fix the pothole situation. Okay, but it's bigger than that. Actually 750 million isn't enough to fix their road problems and their bridge problems and some of their infrastructure problems. They'll probably do what they always do, which is more of a band-aid approach and more of a jerry-rigging of fixing is what they kind of normally do here. But that's the pothole thing. But the pothole thing went into this economy thing. And that's where my guy Rick comes in. He sent me this email asking again about the economy. Now, obviously, it is a little bit complicated. It involves politics and the globalization of the world and all that. But I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to make it pretty easy, all right, on the economy. Now, Costa Rica was already in trouble economically and with debt before COVID. They involved the IMF. You know about the IMF. They borrowed a little bit of money from the IMF. All right. So what's happened is, so before COVID, they were already in trouble. And obviously COVID exacerbated that problem for 2 years. And it's doing what it is doing to every other country. It's affecting it, whether it's the getting your goods and services down here, your imports, your kids going to school and affecting their learning. I mean, depression, losing your businesses, and all that is happening here as well. It's happened in my town, Fortuna, and I'm sure it's happened where you are. There's a lot of people were affected by COVID. I don't know why they're all acting like it's over. It's over, but the consequences of it surely are not. I hope they hold some people accountable for that, by the way. Won't get into that. Okay, so they were already in trouble. They borrowed money, and they keep borrowing money. So Rick pointed out that what they seem to be doing, which is a lot of countries do this, they keep borrowing money to prop up the economy, to give this false illusion, a mirage, that everything is fine. But I think we all know it's not. So let me see. I got some notes on this. Sorry. So I want to read exactly what Rick said. I want to quote him on this. Okay. I don't want to get anything wrong. So in his email, he said, "Recently, with the rise of the U.S. interest rates and subsequent rise in the value of the dollar, the cologne pricing actually got more expensive against the dollar when it should have been getting less." Rick thinks that's a little fishy, and I would have to agree. I would definitely have to agree with that. So if they keep borrowing, if Costa Rica keeps borrowing, without retiring the debt they already had, they're probably going to go into default at some point. I mean, it is a mess down here. So he brings up a very valid concern. So the other valid concern Rick brings up is they'll be looking for income. They're going to be looking, how can we raise some income, man? We need some money. What's the first thing they're going to think of in Rick's mind? And again, a valid point, gringos. Let's tax the gringos, right? So again, that's a very valid concern. And just in a nutshell, Costa Rica is borrowing. That's it. And they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be, eventually, they're going to be held. They're going to have to pay off something, and it's just going to keep going. And they are probably going to go into default. It's going to probably break the country. That's kind of the way it's going. And in a lot of places in the world like that. I don't know, the United States, United States is doing the same thing. They're just a bigger country with more collateral and more name behind them, but they're kind of doing the same thing, right? What's their debt? Trillions? So I understand the concerns. Now, all that's valid, and if you're thinking about living in Costa Rica, I can see why you might go, that might cause a little pause to live in Costa Rica if the country's tanking economically. Now, you're not going to like this, guys. You're not going to like what I'm about to say, and it's going to be a very flippant. I don't mean, this is kind of me, this is my truth, and I'm going to apologize for it right now because you're not going to like it. I make videos about living and traveling in Costa Rica. All right, we have a travel agency for people that want to visit Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a beautiful place to visit. But living here, I don't know if it's for you. And actually, don't take this wrong, I don't give a fuck if you move here. I don't. I just started making videos about living here to really share our experiences and the people that know us. It's raining. I hope, if you're wearing earphones, you might be picking up the rain, so you might want to listen to this somewhere else. Sorry about that. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't care if you live here. I just make videos about our experiences about living here, the people we know, that, we've been living down here a long time. I want to share information for you so you can make a good decision whether Costa Rica is the right fit for you. But I don't care. Costa Rica is not paying me to advertise their country. So I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. So when you write me and go, well, Panama's better, go to Panama. I don't give a fuck. What do I care if you move to Panama or not? Okay, so, but for me personally, I don't care that Costa Rica is economically having issues. I think there's issues all around the world. I think you got to look at every place. Something might be good economically and have other issues that you have to consider and all that. I live a simple life here, a simple life. I'm not coming down here and buying $1 million house on the condo, so I don't have to worry about the taxes and what they do. Okay, so maybe they do add some taxes to the gringos some here and there. Yes, I get it, but I live so simply it doesn't affect me that much. It affects people that want to spend big money, buy the big house, do all that kind of stuff down here. Yes, it's going to affect you. You want your residency, you want to start a business. I get it. I totally get it. But for me, I don't care. And the other thing is, I'm going to be dead sooner rather than later. So I think I can ride it out. I'm pushing 65. So I don't care. I'll be dead soon and it's all going to be good. Now, if you're 35 thinking of Costa Rica, I can understand why you might have concern. But if you're 70, you're going to retire down here and you're worried about the economy, really, you'd be dead before it really kicks into that level. You know what I mean? But I get it, because it is something you got to consider. Now, I have a hack to that. Don't become a resident. Just be a perpetual tourist. Leave every 3 months. You're totally off the radar. What taxes? What are you going to be paying? You're good. Keep your health insurance from wherever you're from. Rent. Hello? But no, you want to come down here with your 3 cars and 2 ATVs, live on the beach. Yes, you're probably going to be taxed hard eventually. All right, so you kind of get it. I'm sorry. Again, I do apologize for that, because I see other people living their lives down here the way they do it. I have my life so simple that a lot of these things don't really bother me that much. Sorry. So, but hey man, like I kind of listen to Russell Brand. I like him, so I'm gonna say what he says. That's just what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm Michael Allen, travelcostarica.com. If you're thinking about living or traveling anywhere though, always do your homework and research, and I'll put my videos up against anybody's. Ciao.